Hello, my name is Monica, and I invite you to see what I'm doing today. What I'm doing today is my favorite activity, as a matter of fact, when I have a free time. Today outside is very cold weather, so I have plenty of time. I don't know about you. What I do, my activity during the free time, it's crafting. I'm not a professional. I try a lot of techniques, a lot of materials until I find something that I like for a period of time, and then I pass to the other one. Today I want to do something simple that I think everybody can do at home. I will play with clay. It's self-drying, air-drying clay, modeling clay. This one I bought in the shop, but normally I work also with clay I do myself at home. Some the other time I will explain how I do it. So, and since yesterday I woke up with the idea of doing frogs. I'm just planning to do a frog, a little frog today. And as you see, since my idea was pretty consistent on my mind, I've been trying half already. I've done half already some wannabe frogs, frogs wannabe, and I did them yesterday because this is with the clay that I made at home, and it needs quite a lot of time to dry. Today I will use this one, and this is a bit more easy to dry. It takes less time. For any chance, you just can always have a oven ready to put. I'm here at my kitchen, for instance, a table of my kitchen. You can put the oven at the 200 Fahrenheit or around 93 point something. Celsius, and put your things into the oven so they can dry easier. Okay, these are small frogs. I want to do different characters and different things, different expressions. And what I'm thinking now is to make a bigger one. I made one half ready here, and this is with my clay that I colored in advance with some food colorings. The one I'm doing now will be with the white clay, and then I will paint it with the brushes and things like that. So I will make a bigger one, but for the bigger one I prefer not to use that much clay. I'm very how to say, I just don't want to spend too much clay, and I don't want the frog to be very heavy. But in case we want to have it heavy and to put in a place where we need to stay longer, we can make it the whole from the day. So I'm doing for today. I'm using some aluminium foil, which I don't use in the food, as a matter of fact, because of aluminium, and I use quite a lot in my crafts. So with the aluminium foil, I will make a kind of bowl and use it for the inside of the frog. I've never used it before. I don't know how it will stay, but we will see how the clay will act with the foil. But let's see, let's try it. By the end of all this is more for fun than. So let's make a bowl. If I want to make a harder bowl, I put it in a washing machine, and the washing machine during the process of washing clothes makes it harder. So this is a bowl that will be inside of the frog. It's more or less this thing that doesn't really matter how good it is in shape, because it will be covered with clay. So to wrap the aluminum foil, I'll take some clay. I'll make sheet of I'm laughing because well, English is not my native language, so if I say a sheet of clay and I pronounce it in a wrong way, so you will have one more reason to laugh. So it's good. Laughing is good. It's good for the health. So just feel free to laugh with my bad pronunciation and mistakes I do when I speak English. So usually when we work with clay, I've learned this from the other people. We work with it before. We work it with our hands before in order to warm up and to be softer. So what I will do now is like use a tool that could be any tool. Could be the tool that we use for making pies. Could be a small thing like this, something like this, or since I have it, I can use this one. This is more heavy and it's professional and it's for the clay, exactly for the clay. So I'll try to make it. It's not necessity. This process you can do even with a bottle. It's not really very important process because you can do it even with your hands, but by putting the clay pieces by pieces to the bowl. But to make my life easier, I'm doing that in advance. So just open it up enough to cover the whole bowl of aluminum foil. But since there are two different materials, as you see, I'm using this glass in order to open because it's not easy. You cannot open the clay and work with the clay in every surface. So I'm using this glass that is a bit it's not very. I've worked with it with a sandpaper in order to make to have some to be a bit more rough as a surface. Okay, but since they are two different materials, I'm thinking to put some glue. Is normal glue, school glue, any glue you have, wood glue, whatever, it's okay. So I'll put some glue, and I hope that it will be okay because I've never tried this before. I've tried the glue with different things. I have tried the foil with different things. Usually with foil I use the hot glue gun and to stick it with the others, but with logic I think this will be okay. The important thing when we squeeze the clay to the foil, to the bowl, the other material, is important not to have bubbles, air bubbles, because they can be in the future, they can damage, they can break, they can make the clay break. So what I'm doing is I'm wrapping this bowl with the clay. I can put some more above that. So just can cut some here and put some there. We'll see. And now with the hands, work with it, squeeze it, not too much, so the ball will remain the same size almost, but hard enough to give it shape. And then we can work in other places, in the different surfaces, in the glass, on the glass, or anywhere. We can work with these tools above. Just be sure that there are no bubbles inside, and the object will become uniform and good. For any case, when I work with clay, and I usually keep a bowl of water here, so I can put some water and make the surface a bit more smooth and more workable. Of course, I have a piece of something to clean my hands, because hands needs to be cleaned during the process. But nothing is mistake. Just feel free to experiment, feel free to make mistakes, feel free to destroy them, and it's your free time, it's your materials. No one will judge you, no one will judge me, because I told you that I'm not a professional, I'm just trying. But since I like to share things, I can't, and I have some time, just sharing. And probably someone will find it useful. So, this should be work better than this. I can clean it, because in the end, when the clay is dry, we will work with some sandpaper and make it smoother. Then we'll put the paints, and so everything is covered. And except that frog is not perfect. Skin of a frog is like full of things. So feel free to do whatever you like. Just following some steps with me, but creating new things during the way. For instance, what I have found in when I make animals, and I follow tutorials of the others. I like to put different expression on their face. It's like the expression it comes to me on that moment. So we made the first bowl. The first bowl is head and body at the same time, because it will be a funny frog. Not very realistic. It's more animated, let's say. So this is the head and body. Now in the front of the frog we'll put the mouth. Mouth is very important in this character, because it gives the character of the real character and of the frog. So for this I'll take some more clay and make another bowl, let's say, and this bowl will be a bit more, let's say, oval, and I'll put it right in front of the bowl. So always when we have worked before with clay, and it might be a bit dry, we use a little bit of water. If it is too dry, both of parts are very dry, I usually use some glue. So I'm putting this part here, and I will work with this to create a smile, to create a mouth, the mouth of the frog, which should be very wide and very funny. So I will work with this until I go to the result I want to achieve. So what I learned during the doing craft, it was because in the beginning I was very anxious of doing the perfect thing and not making mistakes, and I had to invent some things, techniques, or invent the use of some kind of material. Sometimes it didn't react very well. It was that famous expression, that famous attitude that crafters have during their process. When they make accidents, they call them, or we call them, if I can call myself crafter, happy accidents, because during the accidents, especially when we work for ourselves and for pleasure, we go to another result. Of course, it's not the one we started, but always comes out in a very nice way, differently. And sometimes during this process We even invent new techniques. We understand better the materials we are working, the process, and make us love even more crafting. So, what I'm doing now, you see it in the profile of this. It will be like, you know, the neck, and here will be the mouth. So I put that ball above the other ball. I always can work with water. I should work with water, with hands or with the brushes, in order to make it smooth. The border, no borders, no, to be uniform everywhere. And nice. So, and from time to time we use different tools. I don't have every tool in the world, but what I learned, another lesson I learned during the process of learning crafts, it was that you can use anything in the kitchen, in the garden, everything you have in different things, different objects. You can use sticks, you can use needles, you can use knives. As far as you know what is needed for a certain process. If you need a sharp object, you take a knife from the kitchen. If you can buy the professional tools, it's even better, but it's not a necessity. So, what I did here is it's a part of, so if you see in profile it's like this, and in front it's like this. So, this is supposed to be the mouth. To open the mouth, we will use something sharp. This time I feel better to use this knife. It's a kind of X-Acto knife. Usually they come with a handle, so they are very sharp. So we have to be very careful on using them. But since I don't have the professional, so you see, I cut it exactly at the border I made to open a mouth. With the mouth, I will work to create a smile. So it's already there, the smile, but of course I will work to make it a bit better. Looks like a dolphin for the moment, but won't be that. It will be a frog, a very, very, very nice frog. So what I'm doing is like emphasizing the smile with the borders of the mouth. We can do anything we want and we like, and we can open that mouth a little bit to create to put some character on the smile. So see, I make this here and up here, just since I need also to see the mouth. Sometimes I will not turn it to you, but by the end of process you will see what I have created. So our little frog, for the moment, without any eyes or nose or other things, have a smile, because smile is very important. Smile is a very important thing in life. So she learned that she should smile. I don't know if it's the prince frog or I don't know. We'll see. We don't know the gender of the frog in this case. It depends how it will come out. So here we are. We make 2 holes here for the nose, because even the frogs smell, need to breathe air. So they're called nostrils, I think. Yeah. So they are just above the mouth. For the mouth, you can use even a needle. This is how's this? A stick, a beef stick, something like that. And but you can use even a needle tool or even a big tool, a big needle. It's okay, it's fine. A knife, a sharp object, whatever it is, because we want to define very well the smile. Okay, let's say that it's okay. I'll work with that a bit later. So now we need the eyes. For the eyes, I'll make 2 balls. So if the main body it's around 3-4 centimeters, the diameter, the balls of eyes will be a bit exaggerated, not like they really are. Around 1 centimeter, 1.5. We make 2 balls, same size, approximately the same size. Doesn't really matter because in the nature things are perfect, but depending on the expression of the animal, or they can change shape. So they're almost the same. There are 2 balls. To define the eyelids, or to separate the eyelids from the eye ball, I'm using this tool. In this case it's okay, it looks okay. So I just make a bit, if you see, we just made the eyelid here. Here's one eye. So here we have 2 eyes that will be put here above. To put them to the head, to fix them to the head, we can use anything. We can use this stick, tooth sticks, or how is it the name of them? I'm using in this case some wire, because I don't want to destroy this single one I have, and toothpicks, yes, are missing for the moment. So I'll take 2 pieces of wire. They will keep, in the end of the process we will stick them to the body. We will use some glue to put them inside. For the moment we don't use the glue because we want to paint the frog before the eyes will be united with the body. Okay, we put this stick here, one, and the other one here. It's okay, it's cold outside, we just have that. You can cough, let go. Feel free. So yeah, you have the first eye here and the second eye here. It took a little bit of character, yeah? Yes. When we will paint them, they will be more real. So, we have 2 big eyeballs here. For the moment I'm leaving them there. Then we will remove them to let them dry. And we will stick them after the whole thing will be dry. Now, frog needs some legs and hands. So, since this is a very fat frog, and the hands, I've seen it in one So I don't know why I've seen a picture of a frog, and this is why I decided this character for this frog. I don't remember when. I'm sorry for the site, but I cannot mention it here. So the hands will be a bit under the body, and at the time that legs will be visible. So what we do next, so we made the big bow, one bow, two bow, three bows. So the big bow and two little small balls for the eyes. And now we will make the legs. So we'll take some clay, similar sizes, of course equal if it is possible. So clay, but it's a bit bigger the amount than the eyes, and we work it very well. So it won't have air inside. Air is always the enemy of clay because it makes the bubbles can make it breakable after that. So what we do, we can do it not on hand, but we can do it even here. So if you see, the form is a bit like a cone, thinner in one side, that is the side of the leg, and bigger at the other side. So this is one. This is one. Focus on that, and I will make the other one. And here we have the other leg. I like this better. This be around. So we know that the frogs have like folded legs. When they jump, they unfold them. So we have to fold them, and for folding them, I'm using a little bit help. Just make it like this, you see? Just put it like this. And we make a folded leg. So, one, and always use water. So we have to stick this leg to the body. So we put it, we squeeze it a little bit. Water helps the clay stick, and then we will have help with a little bit of water and a brush. So here is one leg. Let us do the other one. So we have one leg here. And at the opposite side we put the other leg. We fold the other leg again. So we have this after we fold it, it's like the leg, and we stick it to the other side. The same place, the same level, we put the other one. So let me see how it comes. Yes. Push it. Don't worry, because it changes shape, because even the leg of a frog is not round, it's not cylinder, it's a bit flat. We have the muscles here defined. So this is the front view of frog so far. Don't worry for the details here, because this is why I like to use the air drying clay, because you can work longer for a long time, and anytime that you want to repair something, like the lips for instance, here are not the lips, I want to leave it till the end. We can use the water, we put hands in the water, and we just work with a wet hand we can use a piece of cloth if we don't want the skin to be very shiny and very flat, so it creates some texture, and this texture makes the frog more realistic. Okay, but we also use a lot the brush, even harder brush than this, for the parts when one piece of clay sticks with the other. Brush helps a lot to make them stick, and if we have any problem of not sticking very well, we can always use the glue, which I do use from time to time. So here is the down part, we see how they are folded. Here is the front side, front view. We have the smile, we have the eyes, we have the nostrils, the holes of the nose. We have the legs, and now we have to make the feet and the hands. For the feet and the hand is still easy. So pretty much this thing is working with balls of clay. So it's very easy. Even a child can do. Some talented children are far beyond better than us. It's far better than us. Just don't get intimidated. Just teach them, and then they will teach you the right way, the best way, because children are fast learners. They have fantasy. They don't have complexes. They are very good on such things. So what I did, I made two other balls similar to the eyeballs. I'll make them flat, a bit, let's say, not absolutely round. It's a bit more narrow here and wider here. And what we do is with a stick, with a needle, with I don't know, just some, I don't find now where they are, but whatever. We separate the fingers. You see? It's very easy. So we can work with them to make them the shape we want, we like. Here is one foot, and here let's make the other one. Squeeze. Give the shape of an egg, let's say, not completely round. And make the fingers. Don't worry to be perfect, because they will be underneath, only a part of them will be visible. Okay? So here we did the legs. Push them a little bit, create some space for squeezing, and then again I'll put water. I'll use the water. This time I prefer to put some glue, because I want to be sure that they will stick properly. So some glue will help. See? And stick them exactly at the end of the leg that is folded here. One of them, and here the other one, the end of the leg, the folded leg, here. So let us push a little bit, because we want it to stick. Anyway, even if it doesn't stick immediately, we can always repair it in the future. If you have a sticking surface, it's better to use parchment paper or wax paper. We have in our kitchen, so we can remove them without damaging. So we have the legs, the feet, the smile, the eyes, the nose, And we need only the hands that we said are underneath the body. So we'll see only the fingers of the hands. So in this case we make only one ball, not two balls. We make it the shape of an egg, press it down, see, and split it in two first, because there are two hands. Let's make it a bit round, separate from each other, and make the fingers here in each of them. So it's one hand, if we can call them hand, because they're leg. I think leg, they are called leg in frogs, both of them. So here we are with the hands, let's say, or the front legs. So this, as I told, will be underneath the frog, in front. So we put them here a bit. Yeah, that's good, that's perfect. So you see, you have underneath, you have to work with that part before it dries to make it stick perfectly. So more or less the frog is finished. What we'll do now is we will let it dry. In this case of this clay, it needs like 24 hours to dry. It depends on the thickness of the clay. In this case, it's not very thick because we put aluminum foil inside. And after it is dry, we have to paint them. In the case of this, I prepared before. I will work after I finish filming. So I will work with that because it's already dried, and I worked with clay that was previously colored with food colorings. But for the moment I will leave this one, and I will interrupt here this video. I will leave this the frog dry, which probably I will put it in the oven in order to dry better, and I'll continue with the painting a bit later. See you then. So the frog is already dried now, almost dry. It's a little bit wet yet. The first thing after making that, I've removed the eyes, because I have to deal with this part of the frog first. So the first thing we do after the clay is dry is just make it soft with some sandpaper. Just clean the imperfections up to the level of softness and smoothness that we like to do. So after this, the only thing remaining is it's painting. So I've chosen to use some shades of green, let's say, and a little bit of yellow for the body, and then I will use a little bit red for the mouth. So let's see how the process continues. Okay. this dry for the green part for a second layer. In the meantime, I'm working with the mouth. I just put some red color in the mouth. It's not very important what kind of red we use. Okay. Stay there. Stay there. Okay, guys. More or less, this is hopefully will stay. This is the finished product. Okay, it has some problems still with the eyes because the eyes are not yet. We have to put them with the glue, a hot glue gun or the normal glue. Stay there. So for reason of timing, I'm not continuing for the moment. I will wait until tomorrow. They dry perfectly. I will work in details to arrange some things. Will be much better. But it's nothing important. It's just details, and I will hopefully put some photos in the end of that. I promise. So till the next video, have a very nice time and a beautiful new year, since we are immediately after the end of the year celebration. Yes.